Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. John here, and you're on the Sky One Videos channel. Today, I want to take care of this chip. This chip I got on the windshield. I also got a little tiny one over there, but I think I'm just going to worry about this one. I bought this Permatex. It's supposed to be something you do it yourself, and thought I'd give it a try. It's kind of out of the way, so if I screw it up, no big deal. So wish me luck. Let's see what we get. But anyway, this thing was like $13 on Amazon, so I was like, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. I suppose I could have gone and called my insurance company or whatever. Take it to a Safe Light or something like that. But I don't know. I don't want it to show up as an accident or minor damage. You know, people say that it won't, but I know this way for sure it won't. Anyway, so look, it gave me this little thing here. Let this stuff out. Kind of windy out here today. Let me stick the pick in here. Dig around, see if there's anything loose. Oh, there was a piece loose. This was maybe worse than I thought it was. Okay. So yeah, a little piece of glass came out with the pick. Let's let you get up close. I don't know if you can see that. It's really, really minor. I remember when it happened though, it was like snap. And then I couldn't find it. I looked all over the windshield. I'm like, where is it? It was underneath where the windshield wiper is. So here's the prep pad. Alright, so get this little sticky thing. I guess I put the chip in the bullseye. I had another car I had taken to Safe Light, and the guy did the repair. Just pretty good. He did tell me, yeah, make sure you put a cloth down underneath. So just put a little paper towel down there. All right. Just gonna stick this thing on. Okay. It says remove the cap from the resin tube. Do it away from your painted. So I got a little tray here, a little cardboard tray I'm using. Cut off about 1/8 of an inch from the tip. Put it in about 1/4 of an inch into the pedestal and squeeze the tube to load the resin into the pedestal. Remove the resin tube. Replace cap. So I'm going to use the razor to cut the tip, I think. Place the resin tube stem 1/4 inch into the pedestal opening and carefully squeeze the tube. Once tube is squeezed, remove resin tube from pedestal. Okay. Hey, darling. That's too good. Make sure the plunger is pushed all the way into the syringe. Make sure the plunger is pushed all the way into the syringe.
Call you later.
Bye, darling. Alright, so it's putting a vacuum on this thing. Carefully and firmly twist the tip of the syringe into the pedestal. Hold the syringe in one hand, gently pull the plunger upward with the other hand. I guess I already did all this. This is 10 minutes. I don't have my phone here. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the old stopwatch here. The old-fashioned stopwatch. So I'm hoping I put enough goop in there. It's not much of a chip, but I don't know. So step 6, it says lock the plunger at its lowest incident setting by, I don't know what that means. Lowest setting. I wonder if I did this right. It says image H. I don't know why it says the lowest, but that's that's the lowest on that. But it's actually, what they mean is the highest vacuum. You want to have a vacuum on it. Alright, so it says to do the vacuum for 10 minutes. Once that's completed, remove the syringe from the pedestal. This will remove all the pressure. With it still at its lowest setting, put it back in and then push it in. So then it wants you to push. And then it says to do that for 10 minutes. For 20 minutes, I'm sorry. So vacuum for 10 minutes, and then you're going to push for 20 minutes. Huh. Wow. All right, coming up on 10 minutes. So the next one is going to be 20 minutes. So what I'm supposed to do is lift this out to depressurize and put it back in, and then push it down to this one. I think what that does is just pushes it down in there. So instead of a vacuum, now I've got a little bit of forward pressure. And it says to do this for 20 minutes. So I'm going to reset my stopwatch, and we'll back in a little bit. Anyway, so I'm done here. I'll remove this. Yeah, I have to remove that from the windshield. It says to use the razor blade. Let's see. I can hear Max. It's going running on down. What a mess. Probably gonna have to put a little polishing compound there or something. Anyway, so it says you might have to refill in a little bit more here. Put on the goggles so I can see. No, not really. Put that little plastic in. I just made more of a mess there with that thing. Alright, I'm just going to let it dry and then... Anyway, 15 minutes and we'll be back in a little bit. I touched up a couple spots up here. I had like couple little divots. And I just kind of filled them in. I'll probably go over it with the razor blade again. But, oh, let's take a look at this while it's still drying. That's where it was. So far so good. Got them like another 7 minutes. Let's take a look over here. See those? I had a couple little divots there. It says to not do it in your line of sight, but I did it in my line of sight. Still looks pretty good though. What do we got here? Down a little closer so I get something for my YouTube channel. So it's coming out pretty good. I got a lot of these little dings and stuff. Something I want to mention, a friend of mine made a comment of this. Somebody tried to steal his car. Someone tried to steal his car. They broke into his car, and because his car was a stick, he thinks that's why they didn't take it. Then they broke into another car that was an automatic and they took his. That was Brian. So they had to replace his windshield. What he told me was the factory windshields have like even the side windows, they've got Dodge insignias, little pictures of cars and stuff. So I think on my windshield I got one over here on the driver's side. Yeah. And then on the driver's, and on the glass, somewhere on the glass it says it too. So yeah. Some people only want Mopar glass. I heard there's a long delay on getting glass. Anyway, let me wipe this down a little more. So it did say to leave that plastic over it the whole time while it was curing. I did not. I don't know if that's really important, especially where I'm at down here so low. I just don't want this thing to crack anymore. So and wipe it down. And there it is. You can still see it. At least it's not going to expand. Anyway, I think if it was up here or somewhere else, I probably would have somebody else do it, but good enough for me for now. Because when I put this down, it's underneath my wiper anyway. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.